All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the weekly discussion session. It is almost about 2 a.m. Eastern now. We are moving into 4th of December, and just to continue from where we left the last week, I think we had just initiated discussions on the basic structure of the wave principle, and we we just about left uh, on the fractal nature of the market. Like just to review everything what we discussed last time and what we want to discuss in this session, it might go for about 20-25 minutes. Uh, what we want to touch upon in this session is let's go a bit into details about how the fractal, how are the markets fractal. I mean, let's look into more details about the fractal thing. It's very interesting. And once again, a warm welcome. I'm seeing quite a few subscribers added in this week, so a warm welcome to all of you. And let's get started off with what we had touched upon last week, the basic structure of the wave principle, and then let's go in a bit more details about the fractal thing. Okay, just a small announcement from the next week onwards, we will slightly change our discussions because we've started about the wave principle actually, but we want to touch upon the basic four pillars of technical analysis because we want to start right from the scratch. I mean, we want to touch upon the charts, the candlestick patterns, how to find out supports and resistances, Fibonacci ratios, trends and trend lines, risk management. Okay, all that stuff we want to discuss to to help our brothers and sisters who are just joining and who are just learning to trade. So let's get everyone together, and once that is through, it might be going for a month or so. Once that is through, we'll come back on the wave principle and continue from uh, where we are leaving in this session today. All right. So let's get started with this. If you were there with me last week, what we discussed was the basic structure, which says there are basically two waves or two types of waves. One is defined as a motive wave, which normally moves towards the direction of the major trend, and the name itself suggests this wave has got a clear motive moving towards the direction of the major trend and followed by a corrective wave which moves against the trend, right? uh, and if you want to add to this wave count, motive waves they unfold into five subwaves. Labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm taking another direct diagram for that. The corrective waves they unfold into three waves. All right. Sorry, I had that alarm clock going. So, motive wave towards the trend, corrective wave opposite of the trend. Motive waves move into five waves, the corrective waves move into three waves labeled as A, B, C, and here is how it would look like. Okay, I'm continuing the discussion of the fractal nature as well. These two diagrams will help us to understand the fractal nature of the market as well. What exactly is the fractal nature? Fractal means small smaller waves, that is maybe on the smaller time frames, if I put it in the right way. On the smaller time frames, smaller waves are continuously working uh, to form a tiny part of the larger wave on a larger time frame. Right, let's find out what exactly it is. How would you like to let's say we count waves here. That's the first wave. We have one wave here, and then we have another wave here. All right, so we can have, let's we've got two major waves. Okay, and now let's break each of them. All right, let's break into their respective properties of the motive and the corrective. Okay, let's see how the next wave count or wave structure would look like. Okay, so that's the breakup or the breakout of a motive wave, and what you see now is a breakout of the corrective wave. Let's label that. We already discussed that the motive waves unfold into five waves labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's call it as wave 1 of a higher degree or of a higher time frame, and what follows is A, B, and C corrective wave. Wave 2. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's the basic structure which we discussed last time, and we're also continually touching upon the fractal nature of how it. See, we just imagine or visualize that we are putting a microscope on each wave here. All right, we are putting under microscope, and that gives us the subwaves. The subwaves of the corrective waves are A, B, and C, and the subwaves of the motive waves are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, labeled as letters, and that is labeled as numbers, sorry, and the corrective waves are labeled as letters. Now let's count the waves, brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 1, 2, and 3. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. So let's break up as we did in the first diagram. If you are understanding what we are trying to do here, the structure is the same as in the first diagram and in the second diagram, but the number of waves are, or the waves are increasing. That is, we are going deeper into each wave and trying to find out the total number of sub waves. Right? This view helps in doing what? This view helps in doing taking your trading positions. I'll touch upon that again just in a few minutes. Let's break the second diagram now by putting each wave under a microscopic view. We are going to put wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4, 5 and ABC under a microscope. Let's see what comes out. Again, I might not be able to draw exactly what it would look like, but let me try. It's like this. Okay, that is the breakup of the first wave, and then followed by a breakup of the second wave, and breakup of wave 3, 5 waves, and then breakup of wave 4, 3 waves, again breakup of wave 5, which is 5 waves. Okay, and then how would wave A break up? Sorry, what do you think? How would wave A break up? See, the entire thing is corrective, but the first wave A is the, if you look at the number, that is 1, 2 and 3. So wave 1 unfolds into 5 waves normally. Wave 2 I will subdivide into 3 waves, and wave 3 I will again subdivide into 5 waves. Okay, there are other structures as well, but this is a standard zigzag structure I'm drawing here. Again I'm doing a 5 count, 3, 4 and 5, which is a capital A, and then A, B, C, which is a capital B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, which is a capital C. Okay, I think we did it well. Let's label this chart now. It's kind of, I might not be able to label everything, but at least one sub wave. Let's break up of one wave. Let's label it using 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. What can be that labeled as? Simple letter 1. Are you getting it, brothers? This is exactly what is fractal nature. A, B and C. It can be labeled as wave 2, right? So again we are falling in place, wave 1 and wave 2, just the subdivisions or sub waves within the waves 1 and 2. Alright, so that brings us to wave 1, wave 2, again standard, wave 3, let's label that as well, and wave 4, wave 5, bracket 1, and then we've got capital A again, which is unfolded into 5 waves, of capital B, and capital C, which is unfolded into 3 waves, making it as second wave already. Let's count the number of waves here. Do you understand? Structurally, there is no difference. This is wave 1, this is wave 2, okay? Wave 1 into 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is the first wave. If you want to clearly identify the breakups, let's also plot wave 1 into brackets here and then wave 2 into brackets there. Now you can understand absolutely clearly. Okay, so 1 plus 1, which was 2, breaking them down, 5 plus 3 makes 8. I'm bringing, see, there's a reason why. What would happen if you know the subdivisions or the breakouts? You can enter at these points. You can enter at the beginning of wave 3 buying. You can enter at the beginning of wave 5 buying. And then you can enter at the beginning of wave C selling. In fact, you can sell there as well. That's an aggressive way to deal with. Alright, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 entry points within one cycle. Did you understand? 5, at least 4 entry points within this cycle. And what would happen if you know the breakup of each cycle now? Like, what is the breakup here? Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just count the small arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 waves in total for the bracket 1 wave. And then how many waves here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 21 plus 13. How many waves do you have now? Or sub waves do you have? 21 plus 13 is 34. We can go one more time, but I cannot draw that. And just imagine if you break this Roman 1 into 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 again, how many waves you have? On this side, if you count, it will be 84, 89, sorry, plus on the right hand side you'll have 55, which is equal to 144. Tell me, brothers, did you ever think about just one cycle, that is wave 1 and wave 2, can actually end up having 144 small, tiny, minute little subwaves, and that's what exactly it has. All right. Now, knowing the beauty of understanding the wave principle or knowing the waves properly is that you know the sub waves, and then you know the entry points where you can actually go and hit the market on the long side or on the short side. This comes with a great amount of practice, a great amount of time being spent. Everyone is able to see wave 1 and wave 2 on a particular time frame, but it requires spatial intelligence to view maybe 34 waves or 144 waves or sub waves, minute waves into the same two waves, wave 1 and wave 2. Alright, and the same process continues on the left side as well. I mean, in bracket 1, bracket 2, bracket 3, bracket 4, bracket 5 makes a circle 1, and like it goes like that. Alright, so this is what exactly is the understanding the fractal nature of any markets. That is all about, right? So let's bring this session to a pause now, and I'll be back again the next week. And if you are, I mean, this is a series of discussions that we are going to continue, and it's going to continue for long actually. Each week one session, and next week, at least one video will be posted for the basic four pillars of technical analysis. All right. So thank you again for tuning in here, brothers, and I'll be back again next week with at least one video on the discussion spot. Till then, take care and God bless, and look forward to see you on the daily live videos or live sessions, UK and the New York live. The UK live goes on air just about 15 minutes from now. Thank you so much. Bye bye.